You spent over 10 years of your life in school, and not once did anyone teach you how to actually make money. You learned about mitochondria, the quadratic formula, the periodic table, but you never learned how to get out of debt, how to invest, or how to generate income without relying on a job. Why is that? The truth is simple, and it's uncomfortable. School was never designed to make you rich. It was designed to make you obedient. And if you think that's an exaggeration, think about it. When did school ever teach you what a financial asset is? How to create passive income? How to sell? How to negotiate? How to build wealth? Never. But they did teach you to raise your hand to speak, to sit still, to follow orders, to wait for permission to go to the bathroom. The system wasn't built to make you free. It was built to make you follow. Our modern education system was designed in the industrial age, when society needed factory workers, not thinkers. They needed people who would show up on time, follow instructions, and repeat tasks without questioning. So what did they create? A system to mass-produce obedient employees. The rows of desks, the bells, the standardized testing. It was never about creativity or freedom. It was about control. The problem? Society evolved, but school didn't. You enter the system at age 6. You spend over a decade being told what to think, what to memorize, what to do. Maybe you go to college. Maybe you even get a degree. And when you finally graduate, you realize something terrifying. You don't know how to survive in the real world. You don't know how to pay bills, how to manage money, how to start a business or build wealth. You're thrown into adult life with no preparation. And the worst part, most people don't even realize it, because their entire life, they were told the same lie. Do well in school, get into a good college, get a stable job, and everything will work out. But that's not what happens. How many people do you know who followed that plan perfectly and still ended up broke, stuck, or miserable? Now ask yourself, how many people got rich just by being a straight A student? Exactly. Meanwhile, the kids of wealthy families are learning about money from the age of 10. They hear about investments at breakfast. They're trained to think like owners, not employees. They learn how to create value, how to understand risk, how to think long-term. While you're stressing about your next exam, they're learning how to multiply capital. And school will never prepare you for that, because this kind of knowledge doesn't serve the system. So what do wealthy people learn that you didn't? What do successful people know that school never told you? Let me show you the 3 real pillars of financial freedom. And the crazy part, you can learn them all outside the traditional system. Pillar 1, practical financial education. You have to understand how money really works, the difference between assets and liabilities, the power of compound interest, how to build wealth even if you're starting from zero. These concepts aren't complicated, they're just hidden from you. And you can find them in books, YouTube videos, podcasts, and free courses. You just have to want to learn what actually matters. Pillar 2, entrepreneurial mindset. While school trains you to follow orders, entrepreneurs are trained to solve problems. They look for needs in the market and fill them. They don't wait to be told what to do. They create value. You don't have to launch $1 million startup overnight. But you do have to start thinking like a creator, not a follower. You can start small, offer a service, build an online presence, sell a product. Problem solvers get paid. Pillar 3, digital autonomy. The internet has leveled the playing field. With a phone and Wi-Fi, you can build scalable income. You can sell digital products, offer freelance services, build an audience, start a brand. You're not limited by geography or degrees. What matters now is skills, not credentials. And if you're not using the internet to build something for yourself, you're falling behind. Here's something they'll never tell you. 80% of financial success is psychological. It's not just about knowledge, it's about behavior. But school treats everyone like they're the same, as if studying the same subjects will produce the same results. That's a lie. The way you deal with fear, scarcity, comparison, and impulse shapes your financial future. While school teaches you to avoid failure and seek approval, wealthy people are trained to manage risk, rejection, and setbacks. They know that losing is part of winning, and school, it teaches you that getting things wrong is failure. But in the real world, those who fail the most often win the most. There's a reason no one teaches this. Because a financially ignorant population is profitable. Banks love when you don't understand interest. Credit cards profit from your debt. Companies thrive off your need to spend. And school? It trains you to be a perfect consumer, not an investor. Someone who follows orders, pays taxes, stays in debt. The system doesn't want you to wake up, because a young person who understands money is dangerous. They don't submit, they create, they question. And that threatens the status quo. Think about this. How many times were you told that getting a college degree is the key to success? And how many degree holders do you know who are broke, stuck, or unfulfilled? The job market has changed. The world has changed. But the education system hasn't. Today, results matter more than resumes. There are 20-year-olds making six figures, online, without a diploma. I'm not saying college is useless, I'm saying depending only on college is a trap. The degree might be a tool, but it's no longer the finish line. So what's the real curriculum you need to win today? It's not algebra, it's not geography, it's communication, sales, marketing, emotional intelligence. If you can articulate your ideas, solve real problems, and move with adaptability, you win. That's why creators, influencers, freelancers, and digital entrepreneurs are thriving. Because the world now rewards those who execute, not just those who memorize. You don't need permission to succeed. You just need to learn fast, act smart, and build reputation through results. Now that you've seen all this, here's the real question. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to close this video and go back to autopilot? Or are you going to wake up? Because knowing the truth changes nothing unless you act. If you start learning, shifting your mindset, developing your skills, everything can change. School taught you to wait for instructions. But real freedom begins when you learn to lead yourself. This is the part most people ignore. They keep following the old script: study, work, retire, repeat. They spend 40 years working in a job they hate, waiting for a retirement that might not even come, living paycheck to paycheck, hoping the system will eventually reward them. But it doesn't. It never has. And deep down, you already feel it, but now you see it. You understand why school didn't teach you this. You see that there's another path, a path that doesn't require permission, a path that doesn't need approval, a path that starts with you. It doesn't matter where you come from, whether you're broke, whether you failed classes or didn't get into college. What matters is that you take full responsibility for your future and learn what school never taught you. So ask yourself again, are you going to keep following the plan they gave you? Or are you finally ready to build your own? School didn't teach you this, but now you know. And knowing is the first step toward freedom. And if this video opened your eyes, hit subscribe, like it, and share it with that one friend who still thinks a degree guarantees success. See you in the next one.